In order for your ex to break up with you, their interest level had to go down below a 50. They had to distance themselves emotionally. So you can't expect them to care as much as they did when they were in the relationship when their interest level was higher. However, that doesn't mean it's going to be below 50 forever. If you do things correctly, even though they don't care now, they will care later. Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. And welcome back, my beautiful no-contact army. Have you been enjoying my app Silencio to help you stay in no contact and raise your ex's interest level? The link to download that for free is underneath every single video and podcast. And if you too would like to join our no contact army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and you're in. And to read our manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before you purchase the book. When you get dumped and your ex starts acting cold, you're going to question whether they ever loved you in the first place, if they could now behave this way. But there's something you're not understanding. People's actions and attitudes towards you is always based on their interest level. How they're behaving now is how people behave when their interest level is below 50%. Just as when they were treating you well, it was because that's how people behave when their interest level is in the 70s, 80s, or 90s. So don't question the whole relationship just because how they're behaving now. You're seeing the version of them whose interest level is below 50. That's all that's going on here. That's why you always have to pay attention to interest level, because it will show you exactly how interested they are. And if they're not treating you well, then you can bet that their interest level is low. Keep in mind that even if their interest level is at 49 right now, that means that 49% of them is still interested and 51% isn't. So that's better than nothing, right? And they're going to say all kinds of things because right now they don't care. They may even say they never want to speak with you again, or you'll never get back together. I don't pay attention to what people say during a breakup or after a breakup. People say all kinds of things and then they change their minds. I look at actions. And they made their decision based on the evidence at this time. What do I mean by evidence? I mean the state of your relationship, how it felt, and how you behaved. However, if you're now behaving totally different than how you behaved before, it's like new evidence has been introduced. So even though they had charged you as guilty of being someone they no longer wanted to be in a relationship with, this new evidence just might change their mind. Kind of like the Menendez brothers who've been in the news lately. There's actually a possibility that they will get out because of new evidence. So just as they've been in prison for many years and they may now be freed, when you also introduce new evidence, you may get out of the prison of being dumped and in no contact and be free to once again be in a relationship with your ex. Something to keep in mind is that even though they broke up with you, they weren't 100% certain they were making the right decision. And they don't know what's going to happen after the breakup. They expect to find someone better, but do they 100% know they will? Of course not. Especially if it was a long relationship and they hadn't dated in years or decades. The dating scene has changed tremendously, even over the last few years. So once they get out there and realize it's not as easy as they thought, they may start to regret their decision and change their mind. However, even though they're unsure about the future, they're certain about you. They're sure about you. They know that you are very interested in them, that you didn't want the breakup, and that you would take them back immediately if they changed their mind. But as time goes on, if you go into no contact and stay there and you start to level up, that certainty about you is going to go away. Now, in most cases, they will be keeping tabs on you, even if it looks like they aren't. Most exes don't just go away. I wish they would, but they don't. It would certainly be easier if they did, but anyways, that's not the case with social media. So people are always going to keep tabs on you one way or another. Even if you don't have social media, they'll find a way. So after the breakup, instead of sitting around crying every day, you want to get out there and level up. Work on yourself and become someone that they will regret breaking up with, even if you never get back together. So of course, that means first and foremost, working out. Nothing gives you more confidence than losing extra weight and starting to see some muscle, right? Yes, even if you're a woman. Get a haircut, change your hair color, grow a beard if you're a man, but not if you're a woman. Haha. Change your wardrobe. It's amazing. The quote, clothes make the man. It's really true. Most people get stuck in a certain way of dressing and they never change with the times. And if you need help with all of that, I can certainly help you. I don't just help people get their ex back. I also help them to level up and look a lot better. So just hit me up at my website, theartoflove.net. Because that's what I've always done after a breakup. That's why for myself, I kind of like breakups in a way, because they give me an incentive to push myself and become even more attractive, more accomplished, and sometimes even lose weight. Hey. So I use breakups as fuel to inspire me to level up as opposed to letting them knock me down. So if you want your ex to switch from not caring to caring, they cannot be certain about you. They have to wonder whether you'll even speak to them, never mind get back together. The more certain they are about you, the longer it's going to take to get to that point. The more you abandon your boundaries and self-respect in the relationship, the longer it will take, because they are 100% certain that you'll always take them back. However, time is on your side. Time is your friend. And I talked about that in my video about no contact and the power of time. And I'll put the link in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube. So as time goes by, they see you've leveled up. You're moving on with your life. You're looking happy. And yes, maybe even going on dates. They're going to be less certain that they can even get you back. And as your ex is becoming less certain about you, depending on how their post-breakup life is going, they may start to become more certain that life isn't all they expected it to be after the breakup. Maybe they've dated and seen it's not as easy as it used to be. Maybe they had a rebound and got dumped. Maybe there are other personal issues in their life and they were always able to discuss those things with you, but you're no longer responding to them. If you had a great relationship, you're not going to be that easy to replace. And as time goes by, they may become more certain that they may have possibly made a mistake with you. They thought you would fall apart and go downhill, and meanwhile, here you are, thriving, while they're starting to question their decision. There's a quote that says, "Dumper, laugh now, cry later. Dumpy, cry now, laugh later." So if you do things right, even though you may be crying now, you will laugh later, and it's your ex who's going to be crying. So they may not care now, but they will care later. Okay? So now I want to hear from you. How long have you been in no contact, and how is it going? And if you would like my help to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net/coaching, and we will send you the rates. They are not on the website. And for my ongoing coaching clients, I am available 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, and the other 8 hours I am sleeping. So I know that emergencies come up and you need to speak with me right away or be in contact. So you're always able to text me if you're an ongoing client. Like I said, not a first-time client, an ongoing client. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember, love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.